Hello, my YouTube friends from all over, hopefully the world, who are watching. If you like my content, you guys know what to do. I'm about to do a reaction to a video called "These Civil War Photos in Color Will Amaze You." It's from the History Lounge, and while I'm going to subscribe because this type of stuff is right up my alley. This video has 1.1 million views. It's 4 months old. Looks like it's in the United States. Now, these pictures from the Civil War, I just love old pictures. I think they're super cool and fascinating. I love history. I love ancient history. The older the history, the even cooler. This goes back as far as we go with pictures. I mean, the Civil War era is like right around the time I believe the camera was invented. So this is some of the first recorded actual photo in history, photos that we probably have in history, which makes it even cooler. And then somebody's went ahead and like made it into color, which puts a modern kind of perspective into it. I'm imagining there's going to be some photos probably in here that, even though I'm calling cool, probably are not cool. They could be of the bad guys during the Civil War, or whatever the case. If you hear me and eyeing, it's not because of I agree with any of the politics involved and any of that negative stuff. Just that I find all this stuff super fascinating, history just in general. So without further ado, now that I threw that little disclaimer out there, let's check this out.
Welcome back to the History Lounge. Today we're diving deep into the annals of American history with a stunning collection of colorized photos from one of the most consequential periods in our nation's past, the Civil War. Join me as we journey back to the 1860s and look into the faces of the individuals who lived this history as it unfolded so long ago. I hope you enjoy this window through time as we take a new look back at the Civil War in color.
The Union, so these are the good guys. This was the North, I believe. Like, I'm gonna say right off the bat, like, is this AI that generated this and made these into color, or is this like somebody who spent hours like doing this? Because they look really, really well. And this is such a cool picture. Drummers of the field band of the 2nd Rhode Island Infantry. The horses surround the Trossel House following the Battle of Gettysburg, 1863. Wow. Collecting the remains of soldiers killed in battle near 1865. Now, there's black Americans in this picture in 1865. I wonder how much of a rarity that is for, I mean, from the North, it probably wouldn't have been such a rare thing, but in general, these types of pictures, considering, how evil and awful people were back in the day, must be pretty rare. But look, these are skeletons of guests of like soldiers that died. They're bringing them off the battlefield. Side and staff, 1861. Such an old picture. It looks so cool too. I've seen a cannon like that fired off, I think, on Pawn Stars before, from like the Civil War era. These things still exist. People collect these things. These actually won wars. Like, this is possibly one helped win the war. This cannon right here. Federal officers with cannon, Fair Oaks, VA, I believe is what, Virginia? I don't exactly know all the ins and outs of the different states. Oh, look what that sign says. I'm not even going to read it. Look, go over. Oh, you can't see where my little pointer is. But auction, and I'm not going to repeat. This has to be in the South. A black Union soldier posted in front of a slave auction house in Atlanta, Georgia. So yeah, that would have been down south, 1864. Jeez. So I guess this is if it's a black Union soldier. This is when they were able to take over this area of Georgia, and now they're occupying it and they're in control. And he's guarding it, saying like, "Yeah, I dare you guys to come and try to do slave trade right here." Awesome picture. I mean, in general, the capture history and how evil things were back then. General Ulysses, I've heard of him as Grant and staff. Oh, and I've heard of this general. Paddle steamer 10 and barrages at wharf of Pamunkey River. Okay, that's cool. Oh, this has got to be a super rare picture, too. Black Union soldiers fighting at Dutch Gap, Virginia, 1861. That's like 140, 163 years ago. This is close to 200 years old. Wow, what an awesome picture. I wonder if these gentlemen right here fought for the freedom of other people. I wonder how many children they had, if they got to have children, and if so, if their children are around to this day, and how many generations um, come from them. And do the people that are related to these gentlemen, if they do, if they're ancestors of them, have they ever seen this picture? And if so, I'm guessing they're super proud to know that these were their ancestors. Anna William Pinkerton, I'm going to read this. Pinkerton and officers at Secret Service headquarters, Taman and Tiatam. Secret Service headquarters. That is Secret Service back then, eh? I guess to protect the president. So where's the president? Alan and William Pinkerton. Union officers, obviously. Railroad depot into Georgia for. Ooh, there's the man himself. Abraham Lincoln, the founder of the Republican Party. See some guys in the Army of Potomac, Brady Station, Virginia, 1864. Super cool picture. Wow. Okay, I gotta pause this one. Ironclad gunboat, USS Essex, 1863. Super neat. Ironclad gunboat. I wonder how heavy that thing was. It must have barely stayed afloat. Uh, how hard was it to sink these things? Like, how many of them were sunk? If anybody knows, let me know. Do any of these still exist in museums anywhere? Also, if anybody knows, please comment. Let me know. I would like to look that up. I would love to see some pictures of modern times, high definition pictures or footage of some of these cool boats. This looks so awesome. Lincoln's assassination. Lincoln's assassin, John Wilkes Booth, shot and killed April 26, 1865. So there's a whole portrait of the guy who exists in history, and he looks like somebody famous and important. The way he's captured in that picture, he's dressed up all snazzy. Jeez. Must have been a super art word. Booth's co-conspirator Louis Payne and David Harold, 1865. What's the story of them? Did they admit to it? Did they ever deny it? Were they just like, is there any, conspiracies behind them? The one guy to the left that I just looked, somebody that would be caught up in something like that, but obviously I'm wrong. Is that the gallows erected in what? Yeah, 1865. The White House. Members of the 71st New York Infantry at Camp Douglas, 1861. Okay, so they're jumping around a little bit from ages 80, 61, 62, 64, back to 61. Federal wagon training entering Petersburg, Virginia, I believe that is, April 18. Captain George Custer with Lieutenant Washington, a prisoner, a former classmate. I think I've heard of George Custer. And whoever's like putting these pictures in color are doing a really great job. If it's AI who's done this, the AI that's doing it is doing an amazing job. I imagine that AI nowadays is taking up so much of this hard work. Like if somebody did do this by hand a long time ago to make it color, or in the recent years to make it color, as soon as AI is on the scene and they can do stuff like this, I feel like, a lot of these pictures are going to be a lot more going to be brought to color as well, which, I mean, I'm grateful for AI if they're able to do that stuff. That's super cool. Black and white photos are awesome, but when you see it in black and white and then you also see it converted to color, it's like mind blowing. I think it's like just as a modern touch, you can kind of relate to it more when it's in color, because of course we see everything in color and then all the pictures we take are all in color and things like that. Jesus, might be my longest reaction video per minute. Steamer, Bridgeport, Tennessee River. There's all the times I gotta keep on pausing this to enjoy the pictures and the scenery. Like I said, I love this old stuff. Crew on deck of USS Mendota, 1864. Again, I wonder if any of the ancestors of these people have looked back at these pictures and part of that. That's a super cool cannon. William Tecumseh Sherman and stuff. Why does it sound like that name sounds like almost Aboriginal, like American Aboriginal, like Native American? Is he part, and which one's him? Federal Ironclad. Oh, there's another one of those Ironclad boats, 1862. The big cannons coming out the sides. Scouts and Guides of the Army of Potomac, 1864. mustaches and little beards, goatees. Future President General James A. Garfield. Huh. What number president was he? I'm guessing he's got to be maybe in the first. Somebody please let me know if y'all know. Union. He's a Union soldier. He's one of the good guys from the North. Yorktown, Virginia, 1862. Virginia was right in the heart of it, eh? What a rich history Virginia has. That is one of the places I do want to visit. Down in Virginia, I believe. Western Virginia? I don't know. Confederate General Robert E. Lee. And okay, so this is the first out of this whole video. I'm pretty sure this is the first Confederate picture that we've seen. So all the other pictures we've seen have been like Union armies, the North, the good guys, fighting off the South, the Confederates, the Dems, who believed in keeping slaves. So these would be a picture, a portrait of the bad guys. Now again, when I say this picture is cool, not because they're cool, they're not. It's just awesome they captured these evil people right in there, trying to pose like they somebody. The color here has got to be Union Officers, Petersburg, Virginia. Job bringing it to color. Like it looks like it was taken in color. This is really great. Sergeant F. Sturgis and 2 soldiers. Too bad the soldiers remain unnamed. Approximately 62,000 young men, 620,000 young men gave their lives during the conflict. So they're not saying from which side. I guess that's in total from both sides. Probably like a lot of bad dudes that died too, and then there was a lot of good dudes fighting for people's freedoms and equality and stuff like that. God bless their souls. Surrender at, I can't even say that, Courthouse, Virginia, 1865. General possession, oh jeez, April 19th, 1865.
Thanks for joining me in the History Lounge. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.
History Lounge, it was my pleasure reviewing your video. You guys did a great and amazing job with this. I really liked watching it. In fact, I'd probably pause this video more videos just so I can really check this out. I will definitely be watching more of your stuff. Excuse me, reacting to it in the future. Hopefully you guys don't mind and don't copyright me. Thank you guys for watching. My Patreon, CKHO81. Also, my Gmail is CKHO1981. Sorry, my Patreon is CKHO81 and my Gmail is CKHO1981. Feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to help out in any way that you see fit. Also, drop a comment if you have anything that you'd like me to review and react to. Other than that, thank you guys for watching and have yourselves an amazing night. Bye-bye.